I am afflicted. Learn the God's laws, which is very good. So remember, whatever problem comes, it is not to depromote you or make you go down, but to lift you, bless you, and make you a blessing. You see, when a child have fever or have pain, mother gives a very, very bitter medicine. The child refused to take, but compulsorily mother gives that medicine. Why? It will make the child completely all right. Sometimes we feel that God is giving me a bitter medicine. No, no, God gives bitter medicine so that we can be whole in our life. We be a blessing. And Deuteronomy 8 chapter 5th verse, it says, thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chastened you. Yes. Father who loves the child, he will definitely correct the child. It is not that God is angry with you, but God is correcting you that you may be in the correct line. Only person who loves you only can correct you. Correct? Father and mother, they will correct you. The same way, God, He will correct you. Passerby or neighbors, they will just go by. But only who loves you, who cares for you, they will correct you. So always remember that God ever and make you a tremendous blessing. We know about the story of Naomi. Naomi, she was in a bitter condition and she went to go from Jerusalem, she went to Moab, and then she lost her husband, then she lost her two sons, and her life was so very bitter. With two widow daughter-in-laws, she was telling Lord, my life is bitter. And she said, don't call me Naomi, don't call me Naomi. The meaning of Naomi is sweet, pleasant. I'm not sweet, I'm not pleasant. I'm bitter. Call me Mara. Is reading Ruth, first chapter, 20th verse, what Naomi says. Call me not Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty hath dealt very bitterly with me. See, she was telling like that, but what we see at the last, it turns to be a blessing. She comes back to her own land and she was blessed. Her daughter-in-law Ruth blessed, and Ruth comes in the generation, and Ruth got a good husband and um, gives a generation, and God blessed her, and she was Ruth, though a Moabite, she comes in the picture in the Bible, in the very first book, the New Testament. So we remember when we have problems and when we are with the Lord, God is only correcting and makes everything turn to be a blessing. Ruth's life was a blessing. Naomi's life was a blessing. She was so very happy when she saw the beautiful child born to Ruth. Yes, that's God who does wonders. And Job 2:10, Job says, shall we receive good at the hand of God and shall we not receive evil? So he says that, yes, God gives me good things, but when some evil thing comes, why I am so perturbed? God knows how to give me good things. He will give. He will only to make it also good for me. And we see the life of Job after all the trials and all the problems, God blessed him in double portion and made him blessing. He lived for a long time and got everything in double portion. That's God. That's our God. And Isaiah 54, 7th verse, it says, For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercy will I gather thee. With great mercy. We forget this. We only say, oh, God, God has forsaken me. No, no, it's only for a moment. But His mercy is so great that He gathers you. Such is a God, and never forget that He is always there to bless you. Bless you. A person who loves God, who is very close to Lord, he will always be a blessing. He will turn things into a blessing. And today, God says that I will turn all your problems into a blessing, and your all thing that for which you are crying, I will turn it to be a praise for you. And First Peter 4th chapter, 12th and 13th verse, it says like this: Beloved, think it not strange concerning fairy trials which is to try you, as though some strange things happen to you. But rejoice in as much as you can, because you are the partaker of Christ's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. God's plan is only to promote you. We see about the life of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in Daniel 3, 4th chapter, 30th verse. It says like this: Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. They were captives. They were captives in Babylon, and king brought a very gold statue and wanted everyone to worship. These three, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, refused to worship that golden statue, and he was very angry. And he says, Shadrach, Meshach says, whether my God uh, delivers us or not, we will not worship or we will not bow down before this statue. So king, so angry, he made the the fiery furnace 7 times more heated. The people who took this Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego to put them in that fiery furnace, what happened? They died because of the heat. But Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, they were just roaming in that fire. They were praising, and king saw fourth person and said, "Who? I'm seeing four people. I'm seeing four people, and fourth person I see as Son of God. Yes, yes, God, God made him, opened his eyes. God opened the eyes of the king to see him and realize that fire cannot do anything to God's children. The fire never even for a moment just touched those Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. They were delivered, they came out completely and healthy. No, even the smoke of fire was felt in their body. Then king promoted them. So this happened why? To promote them. In the same Babylon, in the same province, they were promoted. They were promoted. This problem brought them to promotion. So you see, God's always has the plan to promote you, to lift you, to uplift you, and give you blessings. And sometimes to make us mature, problem comes in our life. Psalm 137, it says like that: Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. Before that, I went astray, doing all of my own. After the affliction, I came to know and I kept the word. So here we say that there's a story that one sheep was so running astray here and there, and with taking steps also and going astray here and there, and shepherd was very, very tired of bringing them again and again, bringing them again and again. So at that time, The shepherd don't know what to do. So what he did that took that sheep, he broke his bone. He broke the bone of his leg and then bandaged it. So that as now because the bandage, because that leg was broken, so he became very submissive. Then realized that sheep that I have to submissive, and afterward that sheep was never went astray. So like sometimes God wounds us and bandages us also and makes us know His word and makes us know His way. And sometimes to purify us. See, Peter 1:15 he says, "Be holy as I am holy." So to purify us, how God wants sometimes takes us to such problems. And Ephesians 1:4 it says, He has chosen us in Him from foundation of the earth that we should be holy without blame. He has chosen you and me from the foundation of the world that we must be holy. You see what a desire of God, Almighty God, what's the desire of our Lord to make us holy. From the foundation He taken us to make us holy. The holy people, God, His chosen people, and God loves you. God loves you. Hebrew 12th chapter 10th and 11th verse, it says, "For they verily for few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but that we might be partaker of His holiness. Now, no chastisements for the present seemed to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterwards it yielded the peace, fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So